soaring power bills, and collapsing retailers. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein or cup of coffee, and, well, I want to talk about this article which is highlighting a few very serious things. These soaring power bills that we're all being prepared for, and the impact that's going to have, well, on retailers in the power industry, but also Australia as a whole. If our power gets more expensive, that means manufacturing, all of our businesses, even our services industry is going to have trouble competing nationally and internationally. Isn't that awesome, guys? Wasn't renewable meant to be cheaper? But the problem is, well, it doesn't work all the time. It's nighttime now. As I'm recording this, the sun's already down, so the capacity of power production is going to reduce right when people need it, right when people are charging their electric cars, everyone. All for nothing. All for nothing. This is the problem. All of this virtue signaling that we're seeing now, this concern that many Australians have for addressing the climate, it's going to make no difference. And here I want to bring up this quote from Dr. Alan Finkel. If the world was to reduce its carbon emissions by 1.3%, what impact would that make on changing climate of the world? His response that the impact would be virtually nothing. And the reason he was asked this, 1.3%, was because that is all of Australia's carbon emissions. Now, all the loony lefties want us to feel guilty because we're exporting coal, which is improving the quality of life of people all around the world. We're just going to increase our cost of living, and we're seeing it right here. This is what it's going to be, everyone. This is what happens. This is what happens. I guess, a generation need to learn to vote Labor. I was talking to a friend today, and he was concerned about how far left everything's gone, that Brisbane's actually gone green. And I said, well, think about it. Honestly, I think a whole generation of people are growing up and can vote for the first time, and they're naively voting, not realizing what they're actually doing. And they'll have to learn. So let's have a look. Queensland set for 30 to 50% power bill rise. Queensland's electricity bills could surge 30 to 50%, and dozens of small energy retailers could go under within months unless the state government intervenes in the market, an analyst says. Household bills in the southeast will leap by at least 10.7% to $1,060 in 22-23, while business bills will surge 19.8% to $3,446. Regional Queensland home power bills will jump 9.2% to $1,290, and business bills 10.2% to a minimum of $2,334. All of these are costs in running a business, in, well, living your day-to-day life. Yeah. We should have some of the cheapest power in the world. Think about it. The access Australia has to natural resources, to coal, to gas. Power should be bloody cheap. In Victoria now, the idiots want to stop gas being put in developments to reduce your carbon footprint. It's going to make no bloody difference. Here's the problem. Do they actually realize what they're suggesting is completely pointless, and they intentionally do it to feel superior and virtue signal? Or do they want to chastise and whip themselves on the back as punishment to appease Greta and the environmental gods? Because having gas piped directly into your home is a fantastic modern convenience. It helps keep people healthier. It's a really convenient way to cook and heat your home. And they want to get rid of that. This is what's happening, guys. Quality of life is just getting worse and worse. It's going to cost more to do everything. You're going to be able to do less. And you're going to be preached to about all this bullshit by a bunch of fanatical zealots. Federal and state regulators determined the rises, with wholesale electricity prices quadrupling to $171 per megawatt hour in the year to March. Surging coal and gas prices have lifted Queensland wholesale prices to $283 a megawatt hour, the highest level on record this month. But you've got to understand, a lot of these power plants have got very long-term coal prices, so is the spot price affecting them? Is that what it is? Or is it the fact that they don't have the capacity and the machines are wearing out? Base futures prices, which retailers agree with generators in annual contracts, hit $148 a megawatt hour in the March quarter, the second highest level on record. Professor Bruce Mountain, a Victorian University energy market expert, says if current conditions persist, regulators could lift Queensland power bills another 30 to 50% before the end of 22-23. They should be expecting 30 to 50% increases, he told the AAP on Wednesday. Those customers paying default rates can expect for now to have increases in line with a default rate. But I would not be surprised if there's pressure on the regulators to reset the price cap within a period of shorter than a year, which is when they say they're going to do it. A one-off $175 state government rebate will absorb some pressures on households, but there's no relief for business. That's pointless. The government shouldn't even be rebating this. You're creating this whole mess. When futures contract prices hit $174 a megawatt hour in 2017, the government intervened in the market, directing state-owned generators to alter their bids, forcing down prices. You know what would be another way? Maybe if we're not dependent on so much coal, renewable gas and petroleum for energy production. A big portion of it in Queensland is coal. What about nuclear? Wouldn't that be great? Why not? You know, forget about the not in my backyard crowd. How many people here would have it near their backyard? I wouldn't mind if power was bloody cheap. Oh, people are just stupid. They really are. They're fanatical. They think the world's solutions are going to be solved by wind turbines, solar panels alone. They don't realize you'll need a whole plethora of different energy production technology and infrastructure to meet the needs of a modern competitive civilization. And our attempts to address the impact we're having on the climate are going to look like a medieval person sticking leeches to treat an illness in 50 to 100 years' time. I'm quite certain there's going to be a technological solution in that time period, and we're just wasting and destroying our quality of life for no measurable difference. Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk has ruled out a similar intervention this time. We don't work in that system, so unfortunately we are guided by what's happening around the world, she told reporters on Tuesday. Professor Mountain said the state government still has the power to intervene to protect consumers. That's just rubbish. There is no law stopping them from governing, he said. They can govern, they can tell them what to do. No one can stand in the way, not the Federation, not the regulators, not anyone. I don't think that's plausible. Comment has been sought from the government. Liberal National Party Energy spokesman Pat Weir said there was evidence generators were bidding up the market and the government must intervene. The state government is milking excessive profits from our generators and trickling only a handful of that money back to consumers. Queensland has the highest electricity prices in the country. Does it? I'm surprised. I thought Adelaide did. If the state government keeps this up, they will skyrocket even higher. Professor Mountain said the situation could kill off dozens of smaller electricity retailers in Queensland. That would leave consumers at the mercy of the largest players in the retail market. These little retailers are so essential to the health of our markets and outcomes for customers. It will be absolutely tragic. It's taken a decade for these companies to come together and marshal the resources to enter the market and bring their smarts and their nuance. So I really worry that these extreme events we're going through is going to snuff out such a vital lifeblood of our industry. So there we have it, everyone. Power set to increase. So let's have a look. So what do you reckon? What do you think? Should the government intervene or should they free the market up? There's always going to be supply and demand issues, and coal isn't going anywhere. It's meant to be dead, but it's going to the moon. It's just going to be more of this. Our cost of living is going to get more expensive. Just wait. What do you reckon, guys? What do you think the solution is? Could the new LNP come back with nuclear as one of their options? I don't know if they'd be brave enough. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments down below. What are you doing to mitigate your power usage? And, well, there's even talk now that we should expect blackouts as well. Better get that generator ready. Check the petrol in the shed. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. Use any of our referral links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband, or contact us if you need any architectural services. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. Everything's just getting more expensive. Power will flow through to everything. Petrol and power, they should be dirt cheap in a modern civilization. Why are they getting more expensive?